Well, Jim, our next question sent to the Cult of Cornette Facebook group. This is from Ryan Murphy. Why did the WWF never try the Road Warriors as heels? Specifically when they were being refreshed at WrestleMania 14, but even prior to that. Had the idea ever come up?
Oh, God.
It's an interesting question because everywhere they went where they got over as massive baby faces, they went in as heels. They never came in as a baby face. WWE, they did.
Well, but think when you say everywhere they went, they didn't went that many places when you think about it. Because they started in Georgia on TBS in 83 and were heels, even though they got a babyface-ish response, as you said, but really they didn't go any place. They started making shots in other territories. They were in Memphis working with Lawler and Idol in 84. They were heels, but they were, they got a pop. They were impressive.
AWA, they were heels, even though they were getting pops and they were starting to get popular.
But that's what I was going to say. They made the move to the AWA. They were still heels. And then gradually, as they just kind of turned all the way, the thing with the Russians, which spanned AWA and NWA, they were booking them both. They never really went anywhere else except the WWF after that. Think about it.
Even Japan, though, they were booked as like strong heels and they got over, running through the crowds, like, barreling over people.
Yes, but I mean, I don't count that because my guys, the Bruiser Brody, Stan Hansen, Funk Brothers, Abdullah the Butcher, the Sheik, that wasn't novel. They weren't really heels as much as more crazy foreigners. But point being, yeah, they had to start out as heels, but once they had been seen on national television, which Crockett gave them, they couldn't really be heels anymore in this country. And when they tried they stuck a spike in Dusty's eye, for God's sake. And the people were like, yeah, get his other one. Nobody ever wanted to see him as heels again. It didn't compute. So I think with the WWE by WrestleMania 2014 or 2014, WrestleMania 14, which was 1998. The phenomenon was over. As much as I liked both guys, especially Hawk's, issues, but it was 15 years later. They needed to be the 83 through 86 Road Warriors were the most fucking dangerous to work with, not because they were careless, but because they were excited. But the people could see that. And then after that, it lost the luster.
I remember as a kid, and I was a big Road Warriors fan, and then they went and became the Legion of Doom, even though they had already been using that name as like their secondary name. But it was even like going from all black with maybe red letters to a mostly red-based outfit with some black mixed in. And I know that sounds like a minor superficial thing, but as a kid, it was like, they're not as bad as they used to be.
It was a Vince thing. Give them some color, and it made them look more like a kind of a toy and less like these fucking post-apocalyptic motherfuckers that'll eat you.
But it makes you wonder how a heel run would have worked for them at any point in the 90s. Could they have done it? Promo-wise, they could have done it. But how would the fans have reacted?
That's the thing. The in-ring by 97, 98, with the competition on the roster was not. It didn't seem like it was working, and plus they didn't have anybody, as we've gone over, that knew how to book them to their strengths without exposing some of the things that some of their weak points. So it's kind of what they did 15 years beforehand to Bruiser and Crusher.